What is going on, you guys? This is going to be a purchase video. I'm an admin in one of the NFL TTM Collectors groups on Facebook, and there's a bunch of guys in there that have been collecting for years, over 30, 40, sometimes 50, 60 years, believe it or not. And every now and then they like to download some stuff to different, get some funds or what have you. And whenever they do that, I am there for the pickings, more times than not, if the bank account allows it. So this lot here is kind of a cornucopia of cards, not kind of the typical stuff you'll see on my channel, but all of these are really cool nonetheless. So this first one, when I first seen the picture, I thought it was an original card. I barely know years of football when I see those designs, so I damn sure didn't know hockey. But I seen this, I thought it was original, and then as the deal was closing, before it was final, the guy was like, "Hey, it's a reprint, man. That's not an original card." And I was like, "Okay, man, whatever." Like, the deal took us literally weeks to complete. So this is it. Dickie Moore. So everyone needs a little Dickie in their collection, and I got one right here, a little bitty Dickie Moore right here, with the Hall of Fame inscription 1974. So if you have a little Dickie in your collection, go ahead and write down below what you got. No pictures though, we don't need any pictures. Next, I'm not sure, I haven't done the research yet if this is like a rookie card or not. I assume it would be considered a rookie card. It's NASCAR and it's his Craftsman Truck series. This is really cool. 2003 Press Pass, Carl Edwards. For a while, Carl Edwards was one of my favorite drivers. I've been on and off with NASCAR through the years watching. I think my first favorite driver was Matt Kenseth. I'll say I'm very bandwagon when it comes to NASCAR. When I get back on the bandwagon, it's kind of like who's at the top. But Matt Kenseth was kind of the first guy that got me into NASCAR, and then it was Carl Edwards. And then I went on a deployment in 2008. And there was a guy in my shop on the ship there that was a huge Jimmy Johnson fan. I think Jimmy Johnson just won like his first, maybe his second championship, and this guy was crazy bananas over it. So I just started following Jimmy Johnson because of that guy. So because of my buddy JJ, who got out, I think he's like a corrections officer now in California somewhere, I became a big old freaking Jimmy Johnson fan. Never a fan of this guy, but definitely respect the shit out of him. I think he's one hell of a driver. I think most people either love him or hate him. Most people hate him. 2004 Press Pass, Kyle Busch. With the facsimile autograph on the bottom, the real autograph on the top there. Really nice card. And here's my favorite guy, man, as of now, which I haven't been into NASCAR in a long time, but 2002, Jimmy Johnson Young Guns. Really cool looking card. Autograph is really sharp. Here we go. Moving on. I don't know what year this is. 70. Hell, man, I do not know. 71, maybe. We're just gonna say it. 1971 Topps. Bob Lemon as a manager. So I'm not getting into baseball hot and heavy, but I definitely remember when I was in high school getting into, I was big time into baseball then, I'm getting into baseball Hall of Fame autographs. Bob Lemon was so cheap. The guy signed so much when he was alive. And I've seen this card and it was kind of nostalgic for me, bringing it back to 97, 98, 99 time frame for me. Ernie Harwell, the longtime voice of the Detroit Tigers, I believe. Very, very iconic voice and really cool. I had a Ernie Harwell autographed baseball back when I was doing the In the Booth project, a TTM project, but I didn't get Harwell TTM. but I kind of went bananas getting broadcasters. And at the time, I had an Ernie Harwell, I had a Vin Scully, and I even had a Harry Carey. Um, so that In the Booth project was really, really fun. And I remember when I got the Ernie Harwell and showed the video, and there was a lot of people that liked that guy. They didn't necessarily like the Tigers, but they really liked Ernie Harwell. Next is Weeb. Man, I can never pronounce this dude's name. Weeb Eubank, I believe it is. NFL Hall of Famer, longtime coach of the Jets. So I don't have very much of him at all, and I really don't like these Pro Football Hall of Fame cards, just because my favorite card is like a player era card. But his stuff isn't that hard to find, but I don't know. You can find these things a dime a dozen. So picked it up. Next, this was one of the big things in the lot that I was kind of driving the deal. I asked the guy if he had any Mike Ditka autographs, and he had like 12. And so he wanted $15 a piece. I think I ended up getting them for about $8, maybe $9 a piece. So it's these three right here. I'll show each one individually. I really, really like Mike Ditka. I think he's one hell of a coach, and probably a very underrated football player, if you can say that. Dude's a Hall of Famer. One hell of a football player back in the day. Really tough as nails coach, tough as nails football player as well. And this was kind of one of the cards I really, really wanted. I guess you could say this was coaching era. Maybe not player era, but coaching era. So these two cards I really thought were cool. And then these Fleer Greats, I know they have these in baseball. They're really, really cool looking cards and really good for autographs. The ink really sticks to them. And then this one, I don't want to say it was a throw-in because this is the last card. It's probably the biggest, no, not probably. It's the biggest card in the lot. But at the very end, I was at around, shit, man, I don't know. I was probably at around 40 bucks, maybe 50 bucks. Somewhere around that for everything you just seen. And I asked him if he had anything bigger, like any Bill Walsh or tougher guys you just don't see a ton of. And he sent me this picture, and I don't have anything of this guy. And so that was a must-have. So Hank Stram. Come on, focus for me, little fella. So really, really happy to add this. I'll be excited to send it off to PSA in a future submission. So I don't know a lot about his autograph, you know what I mean? But I do know I see a lot of him signing in the corners like he did here. And when he does that, he really compresses his autograph. So we'll see. I bought a Bill Walsh from the same gentleman about 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and that card is currently at PSA. So I've done so many deals with this guy. I really, really trust him. So I'm really hoping and really optimistic that not only the Bill Walsh comes back, but when I do send the Hank Stram, that it'll come back authentic as well. So that is that. I hope you all enjoyed the video. None of these were TTM. All of these were a purchase, but I thought I'd break down this deal with y'all, and I was kind of long-winded today. So until next time, adios, be safe, bye-bye, toodles.